¿Qué rollo, plebes?
Please make sure to incorporate this in the
All
video.
right, that's it. We're starting right here, guys.
I'm the editor.
What is going on, everybody? This is another episode of Taking Shots podcast.
Hey, no. We did a clap.
That's fine. We can always
Welcome
sync it. All right, guys.
back.
Luis is gonna
Wait,
sync
what?
it. Luis is gonna sync it, guys. There's a clap. You can go forward and then bring it back. There you go. All right, guys. We're gonna keep that in. Luis doesn't think we're gonna keep that in. Yeah, we're gonna keep that
I'm the
in.
editor.
Just keep it in,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the bloopers.
guys.
I don't know what the fuck I said.
Episode 14.
Whatever.
Yes, sir. Episode 14, guys.
We're getting there.
We're getting there slowly but surely. We're gonna prove the statistics wrong. All right, guys. Today's drink, Luis. Tell me what it is.
I don't know what it is.
We
Did
got
he?
a little bit of Malibu with Bacardi and Curacao. If you don't know.
Is that how you say it?
Curacao,
Well, what's the
yeah.
name of the drink?
Curacao.
It's blue Curacao.
Okay.
The drink of it?
Wait.
Oh, the drink name?
No, the drink. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
what's the
did.
drink
Oh, I don't even know. Lucky. All right, guys.
No,
So,
pues,
okay, guys. let me look it up real quick.
Es que ya
'cause
andamos pedos.
Okay.
Pisteamos
Oui?
antes de... Yeah, we.
I think the
Oui?
name. I think the name of it was Super Saiyan Blue
Oh.
cocktail, guys.
In memory, if you know, you know.
Akira.
Okay.
Of yeah.
Akira.
Akira, who did Dragon Ball Z, the anime.
He created it.
No, I know.
Okay.
D-
As I'm saying,
He's canceled.
GG's, guys. If you didn't know, RP my boy.
The best.
GG's. Hopefully, we get something else out of it. More Dragon Ball or something. If you guys don't know, we like anime over here.
Well,
I don't know about Luis.
on this side.
Yeah, I don't know about Luis.
I like El Chavo del Ocho animado. That was a good episode. Mucha
Nah,
leche.
actually, like he started watching anime though, right?
A
Or
little
did
bit.
A little bit.
Wow.
Demon Slayer.
Hey, well, your boy don't got time, you know, like, you know, this man out here
You make
working.
the time
This and
for
that.
anime.
I
Exactly.
I tried.
Yo, all right, for
I'm
me.
like 5 episodes in.
All right.
6.
Well, we're gonna take a shot real quick
All right, yeah.
before we start talking. So me and Luis are taking shots of Bacardi, guys, and then La Vivi.
Wait, are we not doing the same one?
No, Vivi's taking a shot of Malibu because so mine and Luis's are Bacardi in it instead of the Malibu. You can replace it with it. She chose for the Malibu, and then we got the like Bacardi. And guys, honestly, I don't like Bacardi.
Yeah,
And Luis, have you ever
This is the
tasted
first
it?
time I tried a Bacardi.
You're not gonna like it. It's gonna be your first and last, dude.
Give me a
Dude, yeah, I have a chase already because this thing's disgusting.
Yeah, what chase
Cheers,
it?
guys. RP, my boy.
I'm gonna quit drinking again.
I'll go with you.
my God.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Disgusting.
Ugh.
Who told us to get Bacardi?
Yeah, who?
Disgusting. Dude, you got Malibu.
No, but that was warm.
She suffered with everything.
That was a warm shot. That was not my cup of tea.
Oh, not the vape.
Not my drug. Not my addict. My addiction.
All right,
I
well,
feel-
start it off, Luisito. What are we doing? What are we starting off with today, guys?
All right, guys. I don't know if you guys heard. Have you guys heard of like the thing that's going on with Adin Ross's crew?
So,
Dos, tres.
all right.
And
So,
she's been.
Adin Ross. I don't know if you guys know who that is or not, but he's one of the
It's one of
biggest
the biggest
streamers on Kick. He was on Twitch and
I
he
think
moved over to
owns a
Kick.
little
He owns
portion-
of
part
Kick now.
Of Kick now.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
You know
he's
what's
an
going on
owner.
with it? Do you know what's going on with it?
No, I don't.
All right, you want to present to me? You.
You go and then I'll
Rock, paper, scissors.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, you go first.
All right, I didn't know what I was doing half the time. All right, anyways, guys, so Adin Ross, he has a crew, right? And it was like I think it was pretty much like his like true homies, you know, like he came from the bottom up, and he offered them a contract, and it was like he didn't really say it's 30 to 50,000, like he's paying them a month.
A month.
Yeah, but they're supposed to stream a certain amount of hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I don't know if it already started or not, but all of them together, they didn't even make like the much hours that were needed, you know, and
So we'll keep going.
yeah, so they didn't even make the time that pretty much was required on the contract and everything. And then I guess there was like another controversy because he like has them basically living like already like in a mansion or something like that. He's like, hey, you got to pay like at least $2,000, I believe, a month. And then they're like, well, you're getting paid 30 to 50,000, and then 2,000 ain't much. Like, you know, when you're getting
Yeah.
paid that much, you know,
It's
like
little.
it's a small portion.
So okay, so basically there was 4 guys, I think it was.
I think it was like 5 or 6.
Well, I know for sure it was Snaggy, Convy, Cuffum, and there was another one I can't remember
I
his
have no
name.
idea their
There's
names,
this
but-
fourth. So basically, Adin Ross gave him a contract because he owns part of the company to stream. They had to stream 100 hours. I think it was within a month or
It's a month.
100 hours a month. And between the 3 of them, they've only done 300 hours when there was another guy that did 400 by himself
That's crazy.
up to this point since the beginning of the year. Adin Ross was paying for those people's, it was a condo. I think one of them was living in like in a condo in Miami, I think it was. And
They're all in Miami.
yeah, in Miami. He was paying for it like 6 months in advance. And then they were making, the requirements, the terms of their deal. And then that's when he was like, you know what, dude, you're going to have to start paying rent for your own place because he's like basically taking advantage of him. So I guess like the main issue was that everybody was taking advantage of him and they weren't like working as hard, like as hard as they should. This is what like the summary of it. And then a lot of people, I don't know, probably you guys may or may not, depending on what's on your TikTok For You page and like your algorithm. If it pops up, then you guys know. Then if you don't know, then it's like
If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't.
yeah. But in all, it's like crazy how they get paid. I think their deal was what, 50,000 a month, 30,000 a month.
It's 30 to 50,000. He
A
didn't
month.
say exactly how much each of them made,
Mm-hmm.
but it's 30 to 50,000 each.
Yeah.
But like I said, none of them really made the hours that were needed to. And a lot of people, they were like, well, people pretty much online, they were like, well, what the fuck, like
They're-
you're getting
They're roasting him,
basically, yeah, they're roasting them. They're like, like how can you not stream that many hours? Because if you think about it, it's pretty much a job.
yeah.
And
But
they're
it's a
getting
full-time
paid
job.
a good amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Dude, if I was getting paid 30 to 50,000, dude, I'd be,
Yeah.
hey, bro, say less. I'm going live right now,
No, for real.
dude.
No,
I'm like
exactly.
vlogging all day, dude.
And I'm pretty sure, well, you can do with streaming, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to do it like the same thing over and over,
Mm-hmm. It's like you can do whatever you
Yeah.
want. But the crazy thing is, like, I guess our question was like people not kind of wanting to work anymore, like even if they have that easy of a job,
Yeah.
like you're online, you're either at home sitting on the computer streaming, you're playing video games or you're just doing react videos, like you're just looking through whatever.
Well, I think like wrong people are getting like opportunities that don't really.
Take
That they don't take
advantage of
They
it,
don't take
yeah.
advantage of it,
'Cause,
Like
I mean,
there's
it's like,
other
you're getting
people.
paid that much money, like shit, like count me in, like Angel says,
Yeah,
like
dude.
shit, like I'll be
Yeah.
streaming every fucking day.
That's crazy money, dude. And
Nah.
for you, it's like if you don't do it, you're basically fumbling the bag.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a contract,
yeah,
and I don't think they really took it serious because it's like their homie, and it's like probably like a person that they grew up with, and I think that's a lot of the problems that like when people start making money, they try to get their friends involved, but a lot of their friends, they think it's easy money,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and at the end of the day, like even streaming, YouTubing, like all that, like being a social influencer
Mhm.
actually does take a good amount of work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I think that's what they don't take account of,
Well, it's
like-
like I feel like nowadays it seems so easy to do, but they don't really know like how much work you put into it, like there's a lot more than just streaming, posting a video or whatever it is, you
Mhm.
know?
I think just the only problem is if you're in a work environment where your friend owns the company and he's like employing you,
Yeah.
people sometimes tend to take advantage of it just because how you said like you're good friends, you've known each other since forever, so they're like he's gonna cut me some slack, like if I'm late to work,
Whatever.
2 hours, he's not gonna fire me because he's my best friend. And some people don't see the business side. They can't separate business from friendship. It's like when
Yeah.
you're friends, you guys are cool all the time, whatever. But once it gets into business, you're like messing with their money, and it's like it's not good. It's just
Well, it's a whole operation,
yeah.
and it's like a privilege to have like someone that like made it,
And is making
and
that
then
amount of money.
and then
yeah.
invited you to get into it.
Yeah, because he wants to bring you up
Well,
with him.
Also, too, you probably don't know him, but there's a YouTuber that we watch to eliminate
Mm-hmm.
Randy.
No.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like a car. It's a car channel.
It's a car YouTube channel,
Okay.
and the same thing with him. Like he basically had a whole warehouse. He invited all his like
His homies.
friends and everything to like get all their cars in and everything, but he wanted to like film content because
Okay.
like like how they make money is making content,
Right.
and most of his friends they started like drifting off basically.
Well, I don't think it's just drifting off. I think it was
Well, they had
It's-
they
it's
had
like-
responsibilities.
it's
Like they
it's
kind of
but
kinda
it's
like
other
what
things in
Angel-
mind.
yeah.
But it's just like what Angel says. It's
Mhm.
like sometimes people don't know how to differentiate like friendships and work. Like, and it
Well,
gets
yeah.
it gets involved in the long run. You know, like it's hard.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Eliminate, bro.
No, and then we saw the video too. He
Yeah.
did say that too. Like
Yeah.
there was like a lot of people that didn't respect like the times and
Mhm.
everything. Like he would have put like a boundary,
And they would come in
and they would have
late.
still disrespected.
Yeah. And
But I really think like the topic that I wanted to bring, it wasn't necessarily that, but it's like I really do think people nowadays they don't really want to work.
Yeah.
Towards getting stuff. They
Mhm.
think
It's easy. It's like
it's easy. Yeah.
handouts.
Mhm,
Yeah,
exactly.
handouts.
They
What do
wanna
you guys
get-
think about that?
they want to get stuff handed to them.
I feel like most of the time they do, or they feel comfortable. Well, we looked at the stats, right? A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck, and I feel like a lot of people are comfortable.
Yeah.
Like people at work don't want to progress
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
facts.
They just want to. They're comfortable being where they're at, making paycheck to paycheck. Like they'll make they'll buy their here and there stuff enough to like go out and everything. But then
Enjoy.
they still have to go to work, or they depend a lot on the next paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't really think people wanna.
Do
grow.
more. Yeah.
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 No, I
'cause-
believe it. I believe it 100% because, I work in the restaurant industry and
Mhm.
I feel, I work with a lot of like older people, like in between 30s, 40s, like somewhere around there.
Mhm.
And I always think, because like I'm very hardworking, like I've never gotten anything handed to me.
Yeah.
And I always say like it sucks fucking living paycheck to paycheck. Cause like who wants to do that? You know what I mean? It's like you're not. Although like Luis says, it's like yeah, you might be having a small percentage for you to go out and have fun and do whatever you need to do. But at the end of the day, it's like what are you benefiting out of that? You
Mhm.
know? Because like I said, like I work in the restaurant industry. Yeah, like it's great money, pero también te metes unas chingas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, in my perspective, I see all these older people and I'm like, holy crap, like you're making, I don't know, close to 80, 100,000 a year. And you're still here with that, like being 40, in between 30s to 50s. Like in my head, I'm like, what the heck are you doing here? Like for me, it's like, oh my God, like it's kind of like a motivation for me to do better and want to do better and not just be living paycheck to paycheck on a regular basis. Cause like,
Mhm.
fuck, like that's tough. And it's si me pongo a pensar and it's just kind of like, and I do see them. I feel like, I don't know, like it might be different, like different job sites or whatever, but with the restaurant industry, I'm like, I always see them like bien ahuevados, like bien amargados, like they're always angry. They like
Yeah.
not have nothing to say, and I'm like, holy fuck, like I don't want to be that age and
Be like that.
be like that. Like to me, it's just motivation, but that's just me personally,
And-
I don't know.
I mean, that it's to each their own. It's
Mhm.
you can either look at it that they're comfortable where they're at. They're happy doing what they're doing, or maybe they're not happy what they're doing and they're still doing it just because
They're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they're comfortable.
Well, also what I've seen too is though a lot of younger people they complain about money, but then they're not motivated to make money.
Or they don't do anything about
Yeah.
it.
Well, the thing.
Yeah.
So the thing with me is like, if you aren't happy like working where you're at or not making enough money, nobody's stopping you from going out there and getting more.
Yeah.
Because the only person that's stopping you is
It's
yourself.
you, yeah.
Either your motivation, your determination, whatever it may be.
And it's
You're-
a discipline too
yeah,
that
it's
you
like-
have to have within.
You're the only person that is stopping yourself from doing greater. It's like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's you versus you.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think people get stuck in a loophole.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They stay in a certain industry and everything, and they don't get out because probably they're not comfortable,
It's
or
They don't wanna
repetitive.
they're
explore,
yeah,
like-
or they're used to staying there.
Mhm.
But I feel like people, if you're complaining about money and everything, there's a reason you should do action.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even if it doesn't have to be necessarily that like certain career. Sometimes it is better to explore other fields,
Yeah.
and even younger is probably better
Because you have more time.
because
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
well it's more acceptable to failure.
And
Yeah.
there's
'Cause
more
once you're
opportunity
older,
too,
yeah.
because like when you're older, I mean, I've known that in different countries. For example, in Mexico, when you hit a certain age, like they stop giving you work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like for here in the U.S., it's a little bit different. I see a lot of older people working and
Working
stuff
too.
till like what they're like 60 until they retire. But
It's kind of crazy because you go into like a job field and you're like homies with like
with
someone
literally
like way different, like
Yeah.
age gap, you
The
know?
age gap
Me-
is crazy.
Like
It's
when I first started working, you know, it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, I don't know, play video games
And
and
they're
like
like,
play
what the hell?
this and that.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I gotta go with my family.
they're like, "Y tú qué, okay?"
Yeah, no, shit, that's crazy.
No, but besides the Aiden and Ross thing, like, because that, like, I think all my TikTok algorithm right now is either Aiden and Ross or Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, same.
Aiden
Well,
Ross, well,
I've seen
not
a
like
lot
Ryan,
of
Ryan
Aiden
Garcia,
Garcia.
Not
Ryan
Aiden
Garcia,
Ross,
guy-
but Ryan Garcia.
So-
For
I'm into boxing a lot, so
sure.
Ryan Garcia, pass, right
like,
away.
Ryan Garcia's.
Well, I even like for me, okay, you'll see the backstory and everything, but for me, like I'm telling you, I'm like a huge boxing fan.
Mhm.
And then I started seeing his Instagram post.
I'm just kidding.
Another boxing fight coming up.
Square up. Hey, boom, boom.
We don't care about sex this time. You know?
Andrew Tate.
I gotta
Yeah.
do what I gotta
No
do.
weight limits or
With his
nothing.
I gotta
Andrew
do
Tate
what I
shit.
gotta do.
Yeah. No, anyways, yeah, no, I started seeing a first person because I saw this Instagram page and I was like, what the, like, what is he even posting? I was like, I'm totally confused.
Mhm.
But you want to say what's going on?
So okay, so
What'd you see?
So a lot of you, if you don't know, Ryan Garcia, I think it was in the beginning of, it was like early March or late February, like near the end of February, like 28th, 29th, is when he started to tweet out. Honestly, I think it started when he had his divorce with his wife, you know, ex-wife now.
I was
But
gonna say baby mama.
well, they were married.
His
so
wife.
No, his wife. So they got divorced, right? And then he was making a lot of tweets like, I think one of them was like, the end is near, that it's coming. They just don't want you to know about it, this and that. And so after that, everybody was like kind of worried about him. You know, his baby mom or his ex-wife now like tweeted about him like, oh, he's not in a good space right now. Like, please,
State of mind,
yeah, please pray for him. And then he went on Twitter, or X space, now known as X. Shout out Elon Musk. But he went on a space with Andrew Tate. And so they had a discussion real quick.
Shout out to my boy Andrew Tate.
There it is.
Oh my god.
But he went on with Andrew Tate. And then Ryan Garcia said, quote unquote, he said, they held me down and made me watch little kids get. I'm not going to say the word. I'm not going to say the word.
I don't want to add it too much.
I know. I'm not going to say
No.
the word, but they got, it's not good.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
The R word. And then Ryan then said right back, like right after that he said, they took me to the woods, held me down. I watched these kids get, and after that he said, Bohemian Grove is real.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Tate said, you know, the path you're going down is dangerous, my friend. He said, I'm concerned for you.
Mhm.
So after I heard him
I
say
believe Andrew
that-
Tate. That's
so
what I gotta say.
The
Andrew
thing,
Tate.
though, the thing is like, it's crazy how all this stuff is like, you guys, nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes of
Yeah.
anything. It's like there all these secret societies and all that stuff. It's like,
They only show you what you want.
yeah,
They
it's
want
on the
you to
surface.
see.
It's like
yeah.
they only show you on the surface. And then I actually have, well, there was a video that I saw. I don't know if you guys saw it. The Ryan Garcia made a post and he was like serious. Like he was serious. Like, well, not serious, but he looked like he was reading off a script.
Mhm.
And he wasn't even looking at the camera. He was looking like at the side of the camera, like reading something off. And there was another thing that let me see if I put it in my notes that he said. Let me see.
Was it during like that whole interview?
It was during
where,
the. It was.
Where
during
is
the
it? Where he
interview.
had like that like crown kind of
Oh,
wrapped around his head,
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of.
yeah. Okay, so that's what it was. It was when he was talking with Andrew Tate. He said, "They said that they're going to make an example out of me, that they're going to mock me, and they're going to pin me up on a cross, because I believe in Jesus so much."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. After that, there was like one day, and then I think a day or two later, they put out this video
Mhm.
with the one I just talked about. When he was reading, it looked like he was reading off a script. He had the crown of thorns on his head,
Mhm.
and that people are thinking that it's like making a mockery of him because he
Yeah.
believes in Jesus so much. They put that crown of thorns on him, and he like basically read off this thing. He's like, I'm not going to talk about anything but my fight. I'm I'm
And how
good.
it's gonna
Like,
continue.
yeah, and it's gonna continue, and I'm gonna stay focused. And then that was basically it. And a lot of people were saying too that video was AI generated and that it was an actor.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys saw the TikToks or anything, but like
Mhm.
how someone like zoomed in and you can see a couple things that were like glitching off and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy video. If you guys haven't seen it or not, just look it up. Ryan
We should
Garcia.
insert it so that everybody can
I
see.
haven't
but
seen it, to be honest.
no,
with
it's
you.
Yeah,
it's
we'll probably-
crazy.
yeah.
Because he seems so like dozed off. Like he's
It's
just
not him.
It's not him.
It doesn't
obviously.
seem like him.
And it's like how they say like they replicate you and they do.
People say they clone you.
Yeah,
Like,
they
people,
and then
there's
they
a conspiracy theory
clone
that
you.
they clone
Yeah, that's
people.
what it is.
Like, look at Gucci Mane. When he went, or was it Gucci Mane? Yeah, when he went into jail, he came out. He was not the same man.
Yeah, it looks different.
He was different.
You guys think
And
Gucci
Kodak
Mane got cloned?
and Kodak Black
I
too.
believe that shit.
He did the
Look,
push-ups?
and Kodak
have
Black.
you not seen like the videos of Biden too? Like where they say like he's cloned, like he's a different person and stuff.
There's
like,
just so much stuff.
there's
There's
just-
just so much stuff that like
there's so many
around
conspiracy
that, dude. Around the
theories.
around the elites, dude. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, let me say something. I think really it's hard really to say nowadays what's real and what's not. Because
Right.
also too, if you think about it, like I'm telling you, I do follow boxing a lot. Ryan Garcia has a boxing event coming up.
mhm.
And then it was a little bit weird that he started posting everything, all this. And then later on, he started posting, like, all I'm going to do is focus about boxing.
Mhm.
And then, so I like, nowadays, it's a big conspiracy theory and everyone knows about it. I don't know if it's real or if he's really trying to, like, if he got exposed to it. The only reason for me is because I'm like, if they really took him out and everything, why would they let him free and why would they let him speak again,
Mhm.
Well, that's the
because
whole
if they're
part.
that powerful.
Well, that's the whole part of like cloning and stuff because it's like they might have taken you out and stuff, but there is that background where it's like
Mhm.
people get cloned and
No,
Well, I think there's two.
but I
ways.
mean,
Like,
they're letting him speak though. They're
well,
letting
okay,
him
so
speak, right?
okay, so I think there's two things.
hear
All
him
right.
out.
So I think there's two things. So if you guys don't know, like the conspiracy theory of like they clone people, like that would be one theory. Is like okay, like they cloned him, right? They took him out, they cloned him, and now this is his clone.
Mhm.
Or they threatened him and his family, and they silenced
Right.
him. So they're like, like, dude, you're speaking out on all this stuff. Because you're speaking out, we're gonna let you go, but we're just telling you right now, say another word, and then we're gonna do this to your family.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see anybody like else again. We're gonna torture you, this, and that. And then maybe after that, he was like, you know what, like it's not worth me trying to expose them.
Well, I think it really kind of is real. But I just don't know if he really is. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Well,
Not
then
really.
you're just kind of
Like, wait,
No,
like,
it's because
like, if
look,
he's
a lot of people are coming out. Look, if you guys saw Cat Williams,
yeah,
Yeah.
Ice Cube spoke about it. Like,
That's
Cat
true.
Williams
Cat
went
Williams,
really
he was,
into
yeah,
it.
he did.
Like, Ice Cube talks a little bit about it too because he's not into it.
But he's been talking out more about
Late,
it. Though.
yeah, but it's the thing is, Ice Cube doesn't get a spotlight.
Yeah,
that's true.
Compared to like all them and Cat Williams, like he did an episode and all of a
with
sudden, like,
with Joe Rogan,
it was
yeah.
Yeah.
It was Joe Rogan. No,
No, it was
No, I'm pretty sure it was with Joe.
it was
Joe
Joe.
Rogan.
Yeah, it was with Joe Rogan.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Who was it with then?
It was another guy.
No sabe.
I'm pretty sure it was with
It
Joe
was another
Rogan.
guy who was drinking. No, I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I'm
it was
pretty sure.
someone else.
Yeah, look
I'll
it
look-
up.
I'll
I'm
look it
pretty
up.
sure
Alright,
it
look
was
it
with
up.
Joe Rogan.
But
though.
look, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if he for sure with like the experience that he had is real. I think like there's a conspiracy going on. I
1
don't know
week
if he
ago,
took
guys.
advantage
1
of
week
it.
ago, Cat Williams and Joe Rogan.
Told you.
No, there was like 2-3 weeks ago
No.
because I worked on my car and I always watch podcasts when I'm working on my car.
Let's see. I'm gonna look up Cat Williams.
What up?
Well, what am I looking for right here? What am I
Cat
looking
Williams interview.
With who knows who. Ah.
Yeah.
for? 2024. Okay, let's see. With Shay? No,
Let me
that's
see. Let me
January
see.
1st.
No,
Alright,
it
let me
has to
see.
be Joe Rogan. for
Wait,
sure.
no. Let me
Because
see.
that's what it was
With
popping
Shay?
up for me on
It's
my
just
no,
it's
no,
just
no.
a YouTube video,
No,
so it's
let
like
me
you
see.
can see.
All right, you guys talk. I'll get it to
Nah.
you.
Okay, well look, guys.
Alright.
If you guys don't know, like the cloning and all that stuff, it's like people say that it's real and all that.
It's
you
the
know?
first one. It's Shay.
Shay
Shay.
Shay. Okay, so
yeah,
that's
it's
okay.
the one that he's like right there, like leather and
Okay.
everything, and he's like drinking. He's like, he's funny too. He's
Who?
Cat
Cat Williams?
Williams.
Yeah, he is funny.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was Shay. It wasn't.
You're right.
Yeah,
No,
Joe
no, no,
Rogan.
Well, because he just did an
Cuando
interview
no.
with him too.
Cuando no.
No, he's right. He has a point because I've been seeing a lot of like interviews and a lot of like famous people going to him and how they've been doing like this whole, they talk about the whole conspiracy and
Mhm.
just the whole Illuminati, elite
All
people
that stuff,
sort of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I think it really is true that there's like two sides to it. Like, there's people that get into it, there's people that don't. And I even thought it was like pretty crazy about Ice Cube, and I didn't think about it until Cat Williams said it. And then Ice Cube, I think he made like a little video about it. Basically, like, Ice Cube is
how
big
he's
and
not
everything.
one of them, and
Yeah,
how
no,
he
and
doesn't.
doesn't
He's
get
never
involved.
wanted to be associated with any of them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then like he says, I'm a good actor and this and that. The only reason I'm the main actor and like it's his own movies.
Yeah.
Like people don't invite him to do like
Movies,
different
like,
movies and everything.
It is just he's directing his own
consistently
movies. Yeah.
being a big actor like that.
Mm-hmm.
All the movies that he's been a good actor, it's his own movies.
Yeah, that's true. So, if you guys don't know, like,
But I think it's true.
well, I mean, whether you think it's true or not, let us know down in the comments. We'll see.
Well,
if you guys believe in it
look
or not.
at the what is it, Epstein Island?
Yeah,
That's pretty much the same thing too. It's elite people.
So this is what I was gonna get into was if you guys don't know what Bohemian Grove is basically what Ryan Garcia referenced, like where they took him. So Bohemian Grove is basically an exclusive club that was it started up in the 1872, and it's located in Monte Rico, California, and it consists of a 2,700 acre private property, and the club sits right in the middle of it. So these elite, so there's only a certain number of people that can
Are
be
allowed, yeah.
that can be in the group. I think it was like
roughly
like I don't know if I saw 250 or 2,500. I think it's 250.
Yeah,
it's
no,
a small. It's a
it
small.
has to
It's
be
a
less
small
than that.
group.
I think
It's a small
I think it's
group.
around 250.
Because I think the venue is small itself. But with this whole property, the only reason why they have the property is for security reasons.
I'm honestly, there's the first time I'm hearing about it too.
Mhm.
I heard the name, but there's the first time I'm
Yeah.
hearing it probably with the audience.
Mhm.
Who owns the property? Do you guys know?
So I didn't see who owned the
it
property.
doesn't say.
It just says that a lot of people put money into it,
Yeah.
and they bought it as a collective group.
But the majority is going to be elite people, the people who are wealthy,
So
who live in Los Angeles, all that sort of stuff.
so basically, it consists the people that like the club consists of right now is high profile people. So for example, politicians.
Yeah.
It includes politicians and notable figures from other countries. So basically people that have wealth and are like really high on status.
Yeah.
And the thing with this is to get on the wait list, you have to pay a $25,000 initiation fee to even get on the waiting list. And the waiting list right now is 25 years to get into the club.
Yeah.
This
It's
25 years
crazy.
to get into the exclusive group.
And we've had formal presidents, people that have been at Bohemian Grove to do rituals or whatever they do.
So there's a list. I saw that there was a list of people. Maybe we'll put it up if
I have
I
a
can
cool
find
question
it.
for y'all. Is it the same? Because I've been my TikTok feeds like that too. Is it the same place where it's like there's an owl?
That's what it is. It's like
yeah.
they
Okay, I've
have
seen
like
it.
so you're like surrounded by like forests and stuff, but like once you get to the middle, there's like I don't know how to explain it, but
So-
there's two owls and then like
Like a
something
podium.
in
There's
the
like a
middle.
podium.
Yeah, and
So
then there's
there's-
like a podium.
But so they only have one owl statue, and it's 40 foot. It's a 40-foot tall owl
Yeah.
statue with like moss on it. We'll put like a picture right here so that you guys can see it. Lucy's already like, damn, the editing. But it's a 40-foot owl statue, and people come to this event once a year. I think. Let's see, they come to the event. They make like a summer event basically every year. For
And especially at night.
yeah, well, it's like
Specifically at night, yeah.
so it holds an event every year for the last 1.5 centuries. For the last 1.5 centuries, they've hosted one every year. And it's these elite people, obviously you can't get in. So there was this one person that had connections with people and he got invited as like a guest. He went in, you guys can actually look this up on YouTube, but he didn't sneak in, he got into it, but he snuck his camera in and he recorded what they were doing, so what they do, what the internet says that they do, when like from the research that I did, was they do like plays, they reenact plays and stuff, like it's the same thing over and over every year, at night with the owl statue with fire and all this stuff, right? That's what they say that they're doing. But the conspiracy theory behind it is that they're doing satanic rituals with like the fire and all this stuff. So the guy that captured it, they were like cremating somebody, I think is what it was, or I can't remember what the word for it was, but they were.
I think it was
cremation. I think it was a cremation.
Cremation.
It was a cremation.
That's not bad.
But if you guys want to know more about it, you guys can just look it up. And then there's like the YouTuber that went to it. He still has the video up, and it's still up. It's kind of crazy to watch. It's weird. It's like
it's kind of disturbing in a way.
There's like people in cloaks surrounding this owl statue with like a fire, and it's just, for me, it's just weird because why would Ryan Garcia reference this to everything, like little kids getting, and all this. It's like, especially all the elite people. And it makes sense because they all have money, it's like a lot of rich people. But there was another thing that they do there. People were like speculating. Well, not speculating, but it's like kind of like the truth. Well, when people go to these events, it's like a lot of politicians and stuff. They're doing like business talks, like things that they don't want people to know about. So they actually said that so the Bohemian Grove is particularly famous for the Manhattan Project meeting, which took place there in September of 1942, that led to the creation of the atomic bomb. So from them gathering there, that's how the atomic bomb was created, because all these powerful people got together and they kind of came up with it.
They did a ritual, and that's what.
Well, I mean, that's like the conspiracy theory of it, but like in reality, I mean, yes, some people do come there, like a lot of famous, like important people, politicians, go there, and like I'm sure they discuss a whole bunch of things too. It's like you just don't go there for like the plays and all that stuff.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure the main thing is like you're in this club, right? And you have to. I'm pretty sure what I've been hearing is that basically, when you're high end, you're accepted to that club. They're going to have you do crazy shit. Crazy shit that they're going to film you on in case you ever, try to throw shade on them.
Expose
them. Speak out.
Yeah, you're trying to speak out. They're going to have video proof of, you doing
something crazy.
Something, So as soon as you say something, they're going to expose whatever that video or that picture and this and that,
Mm-hmm.
And I think... Yeah, that's pretty much like the main concept of it. Mm-hmm. Powerful people get into it, and it's like, that power stay powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Because they control everything.
I mean, and then like money's everything, It's like if you don't have nothing, then you're nothing. If you have money and you have wealth, then you're there,
well, that's how you get accepted to it. And then there's been multiple people talked about once they reach a certain amount of reach of people or a certain amount of fame, they have gotten invited. Who was it? It's a YouTuber, the one that was always giving away Teslas.
Mr. Beast?
No. No, the other one. David? Was it David?
David Dobrik?
David Dobrik. Yeah, David Dobrik. Yeah.
David Dobrik. He even talks about a podcast that someone he said like a girl that was with him, one of his crews, that there was pretty much it's Illuminati.
Yeah,
type
you
shit,
have an open invitation and how
and they have to sacrifice.
It's so
crazy.
basically you come into this room and you have to sign a contract, right? Mm-hmm. Was it that one? It's where you sign a contract and they drop blood out of you and you have to give it's a whole ritual thing. It's crazy, but
that's crazy.
I believe it 100% sure. 100.
Well, I think just in Hollywood, everything's crazy over there.
Yeah.
And then also even Cat Williams, bringing him back.
Right.
He was talking about people get into every time they get into when you're a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guys are supposed to be masculine and this and that. There's ritual that you're supposed to take. That you're supposed to be exposed, that you're wearing a dress, being fed.
Yes! Dude, with Kevin Hart and yes.
Look, the crazy
right.
thing is there's okay, so I'll name a couple: Young Thug, Kanye West, right? John Cena right now in the new movie that he's gonna come out with.
Kevin Hart.
John Cena, how?
Cena,
how?
John Cena, how?
Nice.
No,
I had a poster.
Your WWE is canceled, please.
So
I still
there's there's another thing that goes with that.
Uh-huh.
So for one, it's the dress, right? The dress is the initiation process.
Yeah.
But have you seen the one about the black eye on the left side?
Which one?
So let me tell you. Cat Williams, Adam Sandler, Pope Francis. Just to name
fuck
Pope
No,
Francis. Just to name a couple.
yeah.
Okay, well,
So when they go on live TV and stuff, like when they're doing interviews and stuff, they have you guys can look this up.
No, yes.
They
I
have
believe
they
that.
have
Cat Williams?
Cat
Yeah,
Williams too.
dude,
They
Cat
have a
Williams.
He
black.
said he's not part of it.
No, but
No,
they have a black eye on the left side.
Yes, it's always on the left side. But everybody, I have seen that.
There's a lot of
Adam
people.
Sandler, like everybody that he's mentioned. Yeah, that's
Look at
so fucking true.
No,
Look it up right
no.
now.
Even
It's true.
Wait.
dude, I can't even remember right now, but there's so many people.
There's so many people, especially in
and
Hollywood.
it's weird. It's like
Okay, it's not a coincidence for sure.
It is a little
Well,
crazy to me. I don't know.
It's weird. Like
No, I
when
haven't
you
heard
look
about
into
the black
it,
guy.
Yeah.
I only remember
No.
the dress, and that's it.
No, it's like the dress. There's the
the
dress
black
and the black guy.
yeah.
And then there was another
So
thing.
you're supposed to have a black eye?
It's like, so it basically kind of starts like, yeah, it's like when you get a black eye,
Yeah.
like it starts like purple,
Yeah.
greenish, and then like it, like
And they
you know,
go-
when you get hit and like se te nota más.
He probably fell
And
in
with
the door.
it was it not Queen Elizabeth, but
the coincidence
I
of
was kidding.
like, dude,
No.
the coincidence.
no,
Yeah.
it's true because it's like you. There's a TikTok, and I'm gonna send it to you because I've seen it. So insert it in the clip where
TikTok.
it's literally facing all the people, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Joe Biden has it too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it's
But dude,
it's
but
crazy.
I'll just tell you what, dude. For me in my life, guys, I don't know if you guys have ever had a black eye or not, but I have never had a black eye. I have never had a black eye. You're gonna tell me all these celebrities have a black eye on the left side, every single one of them, for no reason. A weird reason, like even if they make some crazy story up, right?
Yeah, like somebody just sucker punched you. Like, that's
so you're telling me
crazy.
only the famous people are getting into like fights and stuff? Like we've gone into fights and we've never had a black eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like what they say. It's kind of like the mark of the beast, where it's like you do certain rituals, you sign whatever the fuck it is, a contract, and I think I can't remember who it was, but I saw it. I saw it on this video where kind of back to what we were just talking about, where you sign a contract and they draw blood from you or whatever it is, and you drink that same blood, and that kind of all just goes back into like having the black eye and
Like all the
yada yada
conspiracy
yada.
theories, dude.
Like it's crazy.
So there's one more. Okay, so
Let me look that shit up. 'Cause
yeah, look it up while I'm talking because and show Luis like
I'm
the
gonna show
list
you,
of people.
yeah, because it's crazy.
it is crazy. Okay, so this other one that I saw is like I stumbled upon it just randomly. Like I was watching YouTube videos on all this stuff, and then it just came up. It was like an interview with an actress, and she was talking about her life living like in Hey, turn that thing down.
Sorry, I did it. No me regañes.
Yeah.
Well, what eye is it?
The left one.
It's
The left one.
eye. Look, that's all the like. That's the majority of the people. If you press play, like you see the majority of the people that have that.
I'll mute
It's
your
not
mic.
a coincidence. It's not a
Here,
coincidence.
I muted Luis's mic, so he's
It's-
watching the video right now, guys.
Yeah, it's
But there
not a
wa-
coincidence.
But there was another conspiracy theory, and it was well, not a conspiracy theory, but there was a girl that, like I said, I stumbled upon it on a YouTube video. There was somebody doing an interview with this actress, female actress, and she was asking her, you know, how was it living in Hollywood, you know, living that Hollywood life, this and that, going to the parties, just living there in general, right?
I think that's the same girl that we're talking about, right?
No, I
Maybe?
don't. Well, I don't think so because this girl, she was explaining to the one that was doing like the interview. She's like, "Oh yeah, I would go to these parties, and then one time I went to a party, and there was a person in a trench coat that came up to me and asked me why I looked down and whatever, yada yada yada, and he offered her, quote unquote." I already unmuted you. the gold.
be
It
heard.
was called the golden juice.
Yes.
And so-
yes,
so-
yes.
They don't know what the golden juice is. You know,
Ay, qué miedo.
I just looked it up.
Yo no sé.
Well, I just looked it up and see what it was because I thought that was kind of weird, you know.
It's the blood ritual, right?
Well,
Or
no. So this is for me. Like first, when I think of like golden juice, I'm like urine. You know, like pee.
Okay,
It's like
makes
sense.
golden.
Makes
You
sense.
know, it's like like dude, like why? So she was saying that they offered her this drink to be like to never age, to be successful. It's kind of like a rich, like kind of like a
Yes, no.
ritual type of deal. You know, kind of like
Shakira.
He's right. No,
No,
he's right. No,
no.
because I don't know. Well,
Not
not to like throw you off and distract you, but now that you mentioned that and you brought that up, there is this video where they were saying how Oprah is
Oprah,
Oprah,
yeah,
Oprah or
Oprah.
whatever, how she does like whatever you're gonna specifically talk about to not age and to not have wrinkles, to stay looking young,
Mhm.
looking,
just
good.
young and healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and basically it was the golden juice, quote unquote, is adrenochrome. I don't know if you guys know what adrenochrome is, but it's
Chromosome?
no,
Adrenochrome.
adrenochrome.
Yeah.
So it's basically what the golden juice is adrenochrome, a rumored anti-aging drug extracted from the blood of tortured children. That's what they said. And so basically what adrenochrome is, it's processed from oxidation of adrenaline. It lacks any medical applications right now. But conspiracy theorists put that towards psychedelical and anti-aging medicine effects.
It's like mixed together in like one kind of sort of thing.
Well, basically they're just referring it back to they're kind of connecting it to anti-aging, right? And so there was claims that a lot of Hollywood figures and a lot of politicians use it because it's anti-aging, this and that. But then it's also saying that they engage in a network of child trafficking, abuse, murder, and then consuming that adrenochrome for the purpose and benefits of the health and anti-aging, effects that it has on you. Which this is obviously, it's like I'm not too sure if it's real or not. It's like the conspiracy theory behind it, which adrenochrome is a real thing. But I don't know if they get it from torturing kids. But I mean, it would make sense because
I kind of believe it because it's like not to interrupt you or anything, but going kind of back to Ryan Garcia and like everything that he's been going through. I don't know if you guys saw or noticed that he posted, I think it was like about 15 to 20 kids that have been missing for a really long time. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't see that one.
And so, I'll send you guys a video. Hopefully, like we can insert it or whatever. But
Luis already hates you guys. He's gonna do a lot of editing this episode.
But it was him stating how how they were doing things to kids and pedophilia or whatever it is. How most Hollywood artists and whatever it is, they use kids that have gone missing, for satanic rituals.
Well, the thing is too is like there was like a study that's like Ryan Garcia, back to him, he posted a whole bunch of like articles stating how within the last 3 years, child trafficking and missing children have got skyrocketed up, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, and it's kind of like back to what you're talking about, like if you're mixing certain chromosomes or whatever it is, like that's not a coincidence. Like I don't know, in my perspective.
I mean it's just it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
So real quick before you say that, I'll just say this: there was a Kanye, there was a lyrics, because were you gonna talk?
No.
Or were you talking to me?
No, I'm like listening.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk because I like you were gonna talk. I was gonna say. So before anybody says anything, and then we can move on. So there was Kanye West. He just released his song, his album, no? Vultures?
Is it Vultures?
Yeah. He just released the album, whatever, a while ago. A little bit ago.
No. It's like,
didn't it just come?
No.
It just came out, maybe, no?
It came out like, I want to say less than a month. No, it came out less than a month ago because...
No, so it's recent. It's pretty recent. Okay, so it's pretty recent, right? So in Kanye's lyrics and the song Carnival with Playboi Carti, right? This is... it's kind of like the same thing with his downfall. Well, not his downfall, but like when Kanye West like was opening up about Jesus, everybody was putting hate on him too, right? It's like he got blacklisted basically. Yeah. Nobody wanted to associate. Like he lost the Yeezy Adidas deal and all that stuff, right? So okay, within the lyrics it says, "This that Game of Thrones, Yeezy not the clones. Elon, where my rocket ship? It's time to go home. Mm-hmm. They served us the porn since the day we was born. Anybody pissed off gotta make them drink the urine." So the golden juice, urine, right? It comes back to that. Clones, right? And then porn. Like, what is he talking about? Like with everything that surrounds like the conspiracy theories and all that stuff, like pedophiles, child pornography, all that stuff.
Bars.
Kanye West. Shout out Kanye.
That was the first time I heard that lyric.
No, yeah, but it's in because it's crazy because I was like I said, I was doing my research like on Thursday, and I was watching the the interview with that actress that she said like the golden juice, this and that, and I was like, okay, I'll take a break. I started listening to like I just put it on shuffle, and I was listening to music, and then Carnival came on, and I'm like listening to it, and then I heard that lyrics when he's like, gotta make him drink the urine, and then for me, I'm like, it kind of clicked. I'm like, okay, well, I'm thinking about it. Kanye, same thing happened to him when he was starting to praise Jesus and God. Everybody wanted him. Nobody wanted to associate themselves with him, right? His kind of his downfall.
Yeah.
He lost all the deals. He was speaking about it, and everybody thought he was crazy. Everybody thought he was crazy.
I got chills, bro.
I was gonna say the thing is when people like this, like Ryan Garcia, Kanye West, when they all start like praising a lot of like Jesus,
they go to the other side, basically.
No, but I think they come out all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Everything like every mind, like everything that they have on thoughts, they'll expose it out, and then people are thinking, okay, he's on drugs. He's like
he's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
His mental health isn't good.
Yeah, his mental health is not good because
you're oblivious to the situation.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is why they get ignored.
Yeah.
The reason they get ignored is because, like, Kanye West, he was going through the divorce. He was going through all that. Ryan Garcia, he's not necessarily going to, maybe that might have affected him a little bit. He was going through his first loss, like as a professional boxer. He got betrayed on his team. I'm telling you, I know boxing.
Okay, so I got a conspiracy theory about that too.
About when they told him when he got his first loss against Tank.
Right.
He got hit in the rib, or the liver,
the lower rib cage. Yeah.
When he got hit there, someone besides that had told him already, what the conspiracy was, someone in his team told Tank, that's where he's affected already. He was already hurt before the fight, and then after that he took a couple months off, and even before that fight he took a couple months off of fighting because he wasn't mentally stable. But I know even before then, I'm telling you, he had his own podcast. I don't know if you guys ever saw it or not.
No.
He had his own podcast. He was really into religion. He got into Jesus a good amount.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you though, it's people that all of a sudden they start speaking out, but they're really into a lot of controversies and everything. People are like, okay, this guy's not, he's kind of fucked up in the head. And they take him for crazy, and they don't want to listen to what they're saying, even though it might be true. That's why I think sometimes whatever he says, it gets ignored, just because.
So
that's a stigma.
So there was all right. I'll do I have two things. One.
Oh no.
So for the first one is, what if all this the whole thing with Ryan Garcia, right? It happened before Tank's fight. This is my conspiracy theory, right, guys?
True.
My conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory right here. I'm coming up with it right now. But I talked about it with Gil. I told him, I was like, okay, we know all this stuff with Ryan Garcia is going on right now, right? What if all this happened before the fight with Tank, right? Because before the fight with Tank, Ryan Garcia was the golden boy.
Yeah, that's facts.
Of boxing. They were even the announcer was like, oh, the golden boy, this and that. And the golden boy is basically to sell stuff there's a subscription for it, no? Yeah. It's you can subscribe to it. So what is golden boy, Luis? Huh?
What's golden boy to you?
Oscar de la Hoya?
No, mames.
That's his company. It's called the Golden Boy.
Well, okay, well that's what I'm saying. He's the golden boy. They were referencing it to him though. That's what I'm saying.
You're canceled.
So they were
Oscar de la Hoya, his company is called the Golden Boy.
Well, but they were referencing
that's
it.
That's why you see in the ring, it says Golden Boy.
But that's what I know. That's what I'm saying. He was the golden boy, right? So for me, I think, what if all this happened before the fight with Tank, right? Ryan Garcia backed out of it because he said he didn't want to go through with it, right? He left. After that, they're like, you know what? We're going to cut him off from everything. We're going to make sure that he loses. Fight with Tank comes around. Bam. All right, he loses. During that fight, when Ryan Garcia came out, that was the first time he ever came out with what was that song? Ocean?
Is it the
walkout song Ocean?
Yeah, by Hillsong United. Yeah.
It was really spiritual, God related,
Lead me with
yeah.
That song.
Right, that fight when he came out, that was the most that he's ever showed his God. He was
him
all God,
concentrated,
all God.
centrado con his his spirituality.
Like he was like all God, Jesus Christ. You
Yeah.
know? He lost that fight, and I think he lost that fight because he didn't go through with whatever he was going through.
Yeah.
That's why he lost that. I think that's why he lost that fight.
No, I agree.
Now, because I was telling Gil, I was talking to him, I was like, dude, what if? Like, but
Have
what
you
if?
not-
It's
have
all
you not
what
seen
if.
that
It's just
video?
my conspiracy theory.
You haven't seen that video? No, I think I didn't share it with you, but yeah, it's. I agree with him on that one. I agree with him on that one.
And then after that, 11 months ago. All right, 11 months ago, Ryan Garcia came out with the interview with you sent it to me. What? You sent it to me on
Y'all slow.
on TikTok. And it was Ryan Garcia basically saying, what if there was 10 people trapped in a cave, right? And they were seeing shadows. You sent it to me. There was 10 people seeing shadows. I think it was on Jake Paul's. It might have been on Jake Paul's.
Yeah. No, I know what you're
He's
talking
like,
about.
you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are all in the cave. There's 10 people. Everybody's seeing the same thing. There's shadows. One day, one guy leaves that cave to see where the shadows are coming from.
Yeah.
Right? What is that?
Wait.
No, I know what that was, but I'm not gonna say it.
No.
I know
what the fuck was that?
I know what it was.
No,
but I don't know.
what
I'm
was
not gonna
that?
say it.
Guys.
Stop.
No.
Anyways, 10 people in the cave.
Yo me quedo
One
dormida aquí
person
sola.
one person
Ustedes
leaves
no.
to see where the shadow goes, and then where the shadows are coming from. The one guy looks and he finds out where the shadows are coming from. Then he comes back to the cave when there's 9 people left, right? Because he's the 10th person.
Yeah.
He comes back and he says, "This is where the shadows are coming from. They're using us. Yada yada yada. Everything you know is a lie."
No, I remember.
And then
Yeah.
they're like, "You're crazy. Like you're a madman. Like we know what we see." And then Ryan Garcia said, "That's the same thing in my position right now. Everything that I've been through, everything that I've has like reawakened me. This and that. Everybody thinks that I'm crazy." And this was 11 months ago, not recently. This was 11 months ago. So in the interview, it was just like he was kind of speaking about it already. It's like everybody thinks that you're crazy when you speak the truth.
Yeah.
So
And it's true though, because it's like not just with Ryan Garcia, but if you really think about it and just in general, there's a lot of people who, talk and try to say the truth, but it's like, what happens afterwards? You either get killed or you either get, I don't freaking know.
all I'm gonna say this is like leading it up to the next topic that we have, so that way we're
Yeah.
like we get it. Just look at Lil Nas X, Doja Cat, Playboy Cardi.
Doja Cat
Doja Cat, like look at their trend. Look, everybody look at when
Doja
look at
Cat.
when they first came out, right? When they were first making music, I kind of
Yeah.
like they were good without anything, without being introduced to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, look at how he dresses, look at how he acts, everything. Doja Cat is probably like the biggest change that I've seen.
Biggest one.
Look at her recent videos and stuff, like her dressed up as a
It's
demon,
weird.
like
it's
that.
so fucking weird.
Lil Nas X,
No,
when
no,
he's
that's
like,
kind of stupid.
No,
Huh?
it's not. It's
No,
true.
no, her.
Oh,
I was like, wait, I was like, what?
No. Yeah,
No.
but it's like
All I'm
it doesn't
saying
matter
is-
if you think she's stupid, because at the end of the day, it's like what
Just look
Angel
at
says.
everybody.
It's like regardless of all that shit
No,
going
no,
on,
no,
it's
no.
like you kind of get attracted. You get pulled into a certain scenario, a certain lifestyle that you have to go through in order to be with the elite people or to be up
You just
there,
wanna
to be
give up
wealthy
something-
or whatever.
No, the only thing I'm saying is like she was kind of stupid because she's like, I don't even praise the Lord or no the devil or something like that. And we're like, bro, like
I
you're
know,
dressing
But
but
look
that's
at-
the
okay,
thing, though.
yeah,
That's the thing, though. That artists will do that and will make you think that, oh, well, whatever, this and this.
Is
But
it
it's
Lil
like,
Uzi?
no, we're
Lil
talking
Uzi?
about Doja Cat.
Lil Uzi's part of it too.
well, they say Lil Uzi is part of it too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't seen like a. Well, I mean, I guess
I
in
feel
this
like you can
recent-
kinda
I guess
see it,
in
though,
his
more with
recent
Doja
ones,
Cat,
yeah,
though.
Doja, dude,
Doja Cat is
the one
crazy.
person that I will like look at and I'm like, dude, that's crazy, is Doja Cat. Dude.
Doja Cat, for
And look
sure.
at her when she was doing her videos with Gucci Mane, like
And
as
she
a
looked
feature.
pretty. She
She's-
was like
she's fine.
out there, whatever.
Like,
But now it's like,
shoddy.
and then you know what? Like
After
talking
that.
about Doja Cat, like they always say that like when you're entering the Illuminati elite people thing, like they always and that kind of goes back to what you guys were talking about, wearing a dress, where you have to do something that embarrasses you.
she
first
shaved her head.
in order for you to become
her
a part of
eyebrows?
that group Illuminati. She shaved her eyebrows. She shaved her head.
That to me was crazy, bro. That
Like
to me was
what?
crazy.
And she looked. If you compare pictures from when she started to now, it's insane. There's no fucking way that there was no fucking sort of ritual. Whatever the fuck.
I think Doja Cat's just the scariest one out of all of them.
Yeah,
Dude, honestly, like just
100%.
her videos and like there was one where like she's literally all covered in blood.
Yeah.
And then the other one when she was her
I'll show
album.
you.
I think her album cover was her like as a demon, like
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
literally
I know that
like
one.
with
I
her
know.
back. That one is the
That's what I'm
scariest
saying.
one, dude.
She's, like it's
And-
stupid because like people have already confronted her about this.
Yeah.
I know.
And all she says is
and
like,
she talks about
I'm
it.
not even like praising the devil. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
what
it's
the
like,
how?
but the
How?
thing
How?
is though,
Yeah.
the thing
Oh,
is
you
though,
sure?
is that people like that, you know, like you have to have some sort of like social figure, whatever, to like make people believe what you're doing, what you are, or
Mhm.
it's that kind of like social standard that you have, you know, like
Yeah.
people want to believe that you're doing this or you're doing that, but it's like, fuck no, that's bullshit. Like she's fucking no. Let me show you because this shit's fucking nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because what was I gonna say? Lil Uzi Vert was a big one too,
Mhm.
because he doesn't show it too much,
Yeah.
but also like in his concerts.
Yeah.
I've seen TikToks of him like in his concerts, and like he has what is it called, like AI, and well, it's not really AI,
Not
but,
AI,
like, it's
but
like his animation.
Yeah.
It's his animation, like and it's like, oh, well, praise this and that, like it's sketchy
It
shit.
is scary. Yeah. It's
Like if you like hear it, you're like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
kind of
It's
going on?
look, it's this one. It's like I think it's paint the town,
Town Red,
red.
yeah.
Yeah, where she's like, how is that not weird to you? Like that's creepy as fuck. It's
Bring
weird.
esa pedo, Luis.
No, I don't know how to hold this.
But he's fumbling the phone.
It's weird because and then talking kind of like what you guys were saying where a lot of like fans and whatever it is, people like try to tell her like, oh, like what the fuck, like you're on some
Mhm.
Illuminati shit, and she's like, oh no I'm not, but it's like, dude, you're doing the complete opposite. I mean opposite,
Opposite.
not opposite, opposite.
Qué pedo.
Yando peda. Opposite of what you're. It's just I don't know. Like to me, I agree with Angel where she's the
just-
one that it's like it's the weirdest.
That's the one that
and-
stands out the most,
Well,
I think.
For
if you guys
sure.
think about it, the end of days,
Yeah, like
in
the apocalypse.
like in the Bible, it says like people are gonna like expose this more and more.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You
Well,
guys
I
think
agree.
we're like
Well, I think
around that era?
Well, I think
Hands
right now,
down, I agree.
I think right now, this generation as it is, it's like, hold the rest.
Wait,
think-
andas lento.
I think it is as it is right now. Like this generation, this generation is getting like more woke and woke, like by the day. I think more people are starting to realize things, and like a lot of people are more open to everything around them. Damn, at least make it last. Damn.
I'm sorry.
No, but I feel like a lot more people are making it more known, and they
Yeah.
are more open-minded to all these things now because they see evidence, like whether they see it on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, maybe, or with their own eyes, it's like you can see the change in a lot of people.
I agree.
And it's like, what else can you do but believe in that stuff? You
Yeah.
know, there's so much stuff going around, like within the elites, within the Illuminati, the satanic stuff. Like
The
there's
Antichrist.
there is demons and angels, and it's like who's good and bad.
Yeah.
You never know. But I feel like
I agree.
I feel like the end of days. Even Ryan Garcia too. He said he was like,
Times are coming.
the times are coming. He
Yeah.
said that they have even. You guys can even look this up. They have found like evidence now of Noah's Ark
Yeah.
recently, and they 3D, like they scanned it, and it's like, yep, this is it. Like there is evidence that this was real.
And I was seeing a video, like now that you bring that up, there's a video where they say that like I think it was in Israel or I don't
No
please
location.
correct
no.
me if I'm wrong because I
I'll
don't
correct
know.
Location unknown.
But they were saying how like scientists and all that stuff were kind of like digging up underneath certain areas in Israel, and where they found supposedly like God's tomb, and that like there was a crack. I'll send you guys a video where there was a crack in between the tomb that led down to a certain village where all like it's a whole fucking conspiracy thing about it.
I want to
but-
see the video.
No, I'll
More
send you guys a
editing
video.
for me.
No,
Yeah,
I will send you
Pobrecito Luis.
more editing for Luis for sure. But
Now you know how I
I-
feel when I make the TikTok clips, bro.
I believe it 100%. Like there's just no way. Me personally, I feel like God's time is here.
I think it's
All right,
coming.
I have
Like-
a question for you guys.
I think no. Like
So the end of times
No
and everything,
argument.
they talk about an antichrist. Who do you guys think is the antichrist, or
Mm.
have we been exposed to him or not?
mm,
A ver, tú di, tú di.
no.
A ver,
No.
tú di.
It's in the Bible. When you look up apocalypse, I don't exactly know what chapter or which one it is because it's a whole thing of apocalypse.
Mhm.
But it says that like the Antichrist will show up and reveal himself not as the devil, not as whatever, but
As
just
the
like as
Christ. As savior.
as a different like human being. You won't notice him. You definitely won't. But if you have read Apocalypse in the Bible, there's 6 trumpets.
Uh-huh.
There's 6 trumpets that are going to be revealed. The first one you'll hear, obviously. But people will come and I'm sorry, no, not people. God will come and save his people first before any apocalypse, any sort of natural disasters,
Like any danger, basically.
anything first.
Well,
But
what was crazy too is like the video that she had sent us. Well, the one I showed you earlier. It was like this generation is wicked.
yeah,
They have no faith and no love for each other.
no loyalty.
Yep, and all this stuff, and that was from like the Bible, and I was like, damn, like right now we're really living in it because right now there's no love anywhere. It's all hate as it is right now.
Yeah.
It's like there's no faith in God. Like everybody,
nothing.
yeah, there's nothing right now. So like right now, I'm like, dude, what if we're the generation that like
Yeah.
witnesses that?
And
That it's gonna happen.
That
I
it's gonna
think,
happen.
I think, and it's so scary to think about because it's like some people are very oblivious to the situation and they don't want to think, more above than the reality of it. But for me, in my perspective, and just with everything going on, I feel like it's coming. And I say that and I don't just say that because I've been reading the Bible and stuff, but I've known so many people that have either been addicted to drugs, that have either been, lost in, whatever it is. And I see them now, that whether it be social media, whether I see them in person and stuff, and they're like, oh, like, God this, God that. And I'm like, wait, what the heck? And it doesn't throw me off. Oh my God, hold on, guys. I'm having a deja vu.
I don't even know what that is.
Hold on. No, hold on. Qué miedo. I'm having a deja vu. But
Guys,
anyways,
I was about
hold
to
on.
put
That
a
shit's
throw a sponsorship.
scary.
I was about to
that
tell them what the
shit's
deja
scary.
vu is,
No,
but
that
that's
shit's
that's
scary.
for another day.
But oh my God, that just qué
We're
miedo. That gave me
sponsored
chills.
by.
But I personally believe that God's time is coming. I 100% believe it, and I believe it's true. And it may throw people off. People may want to believe it. People may not want to believe it, but you believe what you do and you believe what you don't. But me personally, I think it's coming. And it's just kind of like what Angel says, like the video that I sent you guys. Like, there's no love, there's no loyalty, there's
No faith.
There's just
no
nothing.
faith.
What do you think, Angel?
There's nothing.
Well, like just like I said, it was like in this generation right now as it is, there's like not. I think just like right now, younger generation, nobody believes in God. It's like maybe the devil entices them. Maybe they believe in that sort of thing, but who knows? And I don't know. There's just you see less and less people. Like for me, when I reference like no love, there's like a lot less people in relationships. There's a lot less kids being born every day. Like even I can't remember who said it, but there was like someone said that right now as it is, the world is underpopulated.
Yeah.
With how many people we have right now, there's not enough kids. Like you look at us, we still don't have kids, but when our parents already had kids when they were,
Had a couple kids.
15,
yeah, already
16,
by
yeah.
our age,
Uno siete.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, so no love, no faith. It's like it could be. I mean, who knows? Honestly, who knows? But right now, that the way that it is like
I believe it.
a lot more information is getting exposed or leaked,
Yeah.
or we're finding more things, throughout the world.
You're more woke to
And,
the situation.
Yeah, it's like a lot more people are more open. I feel like especially right now in this generation, a lot more people are how we were saying, like they're more woke, which like they're more open minded. They see more things than other people do. They just look at things differently. And I think maybe, who knows, maybe this is the generation when everything ends, or I don't know. It's just honestly, it's hard to tell. But we'll have to wait and see, what happens, throughout the year. And
I believe it.
because
I'm sorry.
nobody can predict the time when it
No.
comes, like if the rapture were to happen tomorrow,
And you say that the rapture might happen tomorrow, but it says in the Bible there's 6 trumpets.
Mhm.
6 trumpets total that you're supposed to hear before the rapture, because it's kind of like what I was telling you guys earlier and what I was kind of reading off the scripture in Apocalypse. And I personally, I don't like to read Apocalypse because it's just like, not that it scares me, but it's like, fuck, like I believe the time is near, and it's, I don't know, like I don't like to think about it. It scares me, it frightens
because
me,
like,
honestly.
does it scare you because you can relate to it, or
It does. I think it scares me because I can relate to it, where I'm like, holy shit, like when you're more into, I feel like when you start following God, you really see things for what it is. And I feel like in reality, like you can read the Bible, you can start wherever you are, but I always say like start at the beginning, because it'll lead you on to like understanding what life is, and being a man, being a woman, and what it really is, gathering together as one. Don't make fun of me.
I didn't say that.
But I don't know. I personally don't like reading Apocalypse, like porque me da miedo. And it's not like, I always say like when God is gonna come, God is gonna come. Like solo Dios sabe cuando va a pasar las cosas. You know what I mean? But it's like a la vez, it's like it's kind of scary, because it's like you see all these things with like Ryan Garcia, you see all these things with elite people, and it's starting to become such a thing where you're like, what the fuck? Like, why wasn't this such a thing?
You're just
back
getting
then?
more exposed
exactly.
to more
Like it's exposure that you're. I don't know, guys. Like,
what do you think,
mejor
Luis?
me cayó.
I grew up as a Christian, right?
Right.
Since I was a little kid, like, I grew up in the Christian church. I would go to church every, like, Sunday.
La agua.
And
I hate you guys.
and the only thing that honestly scared me about religion was like the end of days. Because like it was like, let's say if the world was to come to the end, or your life was come to the end, where are you gonna go? It's gonna be it's God's side or the devil's side.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was mostly scared of as being a religious kid.
Christian.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I was a little kid when like I was presented all this. It's like you did good, you're gonna go to heaven. You do bad,
you're gonna go to hell. Yeah.
And like for me, that was like my biggest like scariest thing about religion. And like I said, in a what is it, Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Like, I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but Apocalypse, like the chapter, they do say there, there's gonna be like it's gonna be when Christ is gonna come to the world. It's when it's a shit show. Everything, there's gonna be war. There's gonna be like
famine, hunger.
Exactly, everything. Like it's gonna be you need it. You need God. You need someone, because everything is just out of line.
Yeah.
Everything is out of shape. And for me, that was like that's the thing that's for me. It's hard to know, because I feel like a lot of every generation has always felt that it's their time of end.
Yeah.
It's their it's like the period that they're living in is gonna be the last period. And for me now, it's hard to really know. Because even now, look at the statistics. Divorce rate is down. Like, oh no, divorce rate is up. I mean, my bad.
Like there's
Divorce
no
rate
love.
is up. Like like there's no love. There's no religion. There's a lot of sin. You see everything how you said, like Doja Cat and everything. They're getting like they're praising like the devil. So it's
Like they're not even
It's a
trying to hide it
50-50.
yeah,
anymore.
it's not
Yeah.
hidden anymore, and that's what the scripture says. Like at the end of days, it's not gonna be hidden.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be shown. And
But that's why it says like you need to get closer to him. Like,
yeah, no,
although
well,
like all that is happening, like I feel like it because in the scripture it really does say like you have 6 trumpets, like I mentioned earlier. But before that, like God comes and takes his people.
well, that's the other sketch stuff. Because I'm like, do you guys really think he's gonna make it obvious? He's gonna take him out like, let's say, natural ways?
No.
or you guys think it's gonna be like all at one time, like
Well,
he's
I
gonna
mean,
take
honestly,
everyone at the
yeah, I
same
mean,
time?
well, for me, I don't think like you don't know. You don't know
Mhm.
Yeah,
how
you
he
don't
will come
know.
for
Mhm.
you. You know, if
Yeah.
you are the chosen ones, it's like okay. For example, like there's a lot of people that go to church. Christian, Catholic, whatever. Put agua, dude.
Ya lo vas a agarrar el vaso.
Yeah, dude.
¿Para qué lo vas a hacer?
Yes, but for
Otro
me, I don't
drink?
know. I just feel like it's gonna be a selected. Just if you're selected, you're selected. You're chosen. And for me, what I don't get is like, okay, there's people that devote themselves to God and Jesus Christ. Their whole lives, right? So what? How does somebody
Hold
like
on.
you or like us, right? Why? So
Hold
you're
on.
gonna.
I'm glad that you bring that up. I'm glad that you bring that up. Why? Because I know you haven't finished talking,
Yeah,
but
because you're
there's this
interrupting me.
but there's this video that says so I follow this group of people. It's a guy and these two girls on TikTok. And it basically says that like when God comes for you, it's like basically saying like what makes you think that you can come up to heaven,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like why?
Well, because
Why do you think that you can just be like, oh, out of everybody that follows Christ and that goes to church every day and that reads the Bible every day, like what makes you think specifically that you can be up above in the heavens? Right? That's what
Mhm.
the guy is saying, like to the girls or
Yeah.
whatever. The guy says, like, it doesn't matter if you go to church every single day. Porque me, like, I read the Bible and more each day, but it's like that doesn't make me and that doesn't justify me a place up in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because at the end of the day, God is like, okay, you can tell me this and this and this and this why you can be in heaven, but at the end of the day, like, he gave up everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't give up anything for him.
Yep.
You can be the greatest pastor, the greatest follower of Jesus, but at the end of the day, like, we all sin, we all make mistakes.
Yep.
But that does, just because you go to church and because you follow the Bible, that doesn't assure you a spot in heaven.
Mhm.
It doesn't. And it says it in the Bible. It clearly states it in the Bible. That doesn't assure you anything.
Well, for me,
And no, and hold on, like, hold on, I'll let you talk. But,
Okay, I was gonna wrap this up within the next 5 minutes. So.
but it states like that doesn't assure you anything.
Mhm.
Why? Because when you are up in the gates of heaven, you are whatever it is. Like when God asks you, like, what makes you think that you're allowed to be here?
Mhm.
Your response should be like, nothing. I don't deserve to be up here. Why? Because you gave me everything in reality. You gave me life. You gave me wealth. You gave me healthiness, whatever it is to be here. That's kind of like you telling God, like, you know what? Like, I don't deserve to be up here, but you're giving me the option. You're giving me the choice. And that's kind of God, like, telling you, like, okay, like, yeah, you're right. Like, I was the one that gave you everything. You shouldn't be allowed in here. But you did this and this and this.
Mhm.
But I'll kind of like, it's kind of like, ¿cómo se dice? Like, is it not repent, but like, hold on, I had a brain fart. But
All right. Well,
I had a brain fart.
what do you think, Luis? Right before we end it.
Well, what I was gonna say is, at the end of the days, I think really, I don't like to categorize myself because, like I said, I grew up in a Christian like household,
Mm-hmm.
Christian values, and I used to go to church every Sunday and everything, and I stopped going. But then, what really kept up like in mind with me, there was like this rap artist, like he was Christian. Um, his name was Lecrae. I'm pretty sure if I'm spelling his name or saying his name right. But he had like a song called like a church close,
Mm-hmm.
and it was basically how like rap back then like seemed like it was like bad,
Yeah.
and he was a Christian rapper. He praised the Lord in rap, but he still like churches looked down upon him just because he was like in the rap culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, that kind of like stuck up to me because I'm like, really, like, you can go to church and everything, but like, really, overall, judge like like God is gonna judge you of like who you are, not
Exactly.
really of like if you went to church every Sunday
Yeah,
or
that's kind
whatever.
of
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying overall. Like, I think really everyone else in Judgment Day is gonna get evaluated by themselves, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, that's what I really live for. Like, you know, I don't like to call myself a Christian because I do know I sin, like, you know, drinking and you know,
We all
Well,
sin every
everybody
day,
sins.
yeah.
Yeah.
For
Whether you go to
me,
church or whether you don't, like
yeah,
you sin
exactly.
regardless, you know.
And for me, that's why I don't like to be called a Christian, but like, you know, I'm a believer of God. I'm a believer, you know, that it's something like, you know, someday I'm gonna have a judgment day.
Yeah.
And for me, that's why I try to live upon, like, you know, um basically be good, do good, and then it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Even like, let's say at the end of the day there's not going to be an afterlife, there's not going to be no God, I still feel like I would die peacefully because I know I did good.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like every action that I take, I really think of that, like, you know, I'm doing it, like, you know, in a good way. I'm not
Mhm.
trying to do anything in an evil way or anything like that, because at the end of the day, you know, I think it's good to follow religion if it's following, it's guiding you to good stuff,
Yeah.
because that's really the main point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something else I was gonna say, but
Tú dime.
No,
it's gonna
say
Say it
No,
right
no,
now.
say
Oh, it's
it,
gonna
say
go
it.
Say it
over.
with your chest.
It's fine. Say it.
I will. Before we end this, guys.
All right, yeah.
So
Because we're gonna wrap it up.
this is where we're gonna wrap it up. For me, I've always seen like one thing that I've never gotten was when the devil is I don't know if you guys know, but like music in general is contributed to the devil. Like
Yeah.
music in general, like no matter what it is, it's like the symphony, everything, whatever it is, it's contributed to the devil or Satan, whoever it is.
Yeah.
There's, for me, I never got why, you know, in church they would always play music if it's contributed to the devil. You know, like why the devil always entices you with these things, and why would they play stuff like that in the church? Even though it's godly, you know, you pray, you like you said, like they're rapping, no matter what it is. Any kind of music is towards the devil, because the devil has that, not edge, but like that's like a characteristic that he's known for. It's like that's how he entices you. That's what that's just one thing I wanted to throw out there. It's like it's to me it's a little
I
crazy.
could see that though.
It's a
I could
little
see
crazy.
that for sure.
So I don't know.
It's kind of like a worship kind of. Not
Yeah,
a
like
worship,
well, no, but like the
it's
thing is
kinda
like why would like churches have songs if
Right.
songs and music is contributed to Lucifer? Like why?
It's crazy. It's because with the songs and everything, it depends. Like, I know there's songs that are like, you know, like you go to church, and like I said, I grew up in it. Like the first hour, it was like singing to it, but
Same.
you're praising to God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But-
and every song is gonna have different topics and
Or
everything.
composure to
And
it.
yeah, and but I have heard like there's certain frequencies that are like, you know, like it gets people triggered, and that's what makes songs viral,
Mm-hmm.
because it's frequencies that like
Yeah.
attract like, you know, that, you know how there's frequencies that will attract a dog. And I-
Bad choice of words, buddy.
All right. You don't know. There's frequences that, you know, are like we won't
no,
hear,
yeah,
but
yeah.
a dog will.
Yeah, yeah.
There's frequencies that
Cancel.
will attract like a human. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well,
And that's what the songs that are viral, they use those frequencies to
Well-
like target people, and it's bad messages.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I think that's it for the day. We gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
We wish we can speak on this
Because I was
more.
gonna say something else, but we'll save it for next time.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Okay,
frequencies.
chica,
more,
yeah.
Make
yeah.
sure to comment, like, subscribe.
Tell us your thoughts right now, and even if you guys don't want to say it, you guys can always DM us on Instagram, on TikTok,
Share your
on
feedback.
Anything, guys, and honestly, give us some topics if you guys want us. Like, if you
Yeah.
guys want to hear us talk
We'll
about
say
some stuff.
whatever.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
care.
We
you
got
know,
no
it's like,
filter.
so
Whether that being a certain genre,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Whatever you
just
guys-
let
yeah,
us
just
know.
let us
Just
know.
let us know.
And guys, don't forget the giveaway for the YouTube is still live. We need like 22 more people
I'll
to
post that up
subscribe.
for
I think
sure.
it's 22,
Yep,
yeah.
bam, right here, guys.
I think.
And Instagram, we're close too. So don't forget Instagram. You got to follow Instagram, is follow, subscribe to the YouTube, and comment on YouTube what you want us to talk about. And you guys are entered for the $50 giveaway. The second one, first one, little sleep won it. Que fail. But-
somehow.
Because you got a concussion.
Yeah, I got a concussion.
but
we paid his
don't
medical
don't forget to keep taking shots, guys.
Cheers, guys.
bill. Later.
Talk to you guys in the next one.